banjo picking that Jerry did definitely influenced his guitar playing. Jerry Garcia, you know.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was figuring. Yeah.
He was missing a middle finger.
No way.
No fucking clue. I think that's why he didn't really push his banjo playing. Is because like
you need all fingers to go.
You're 3-finger picking usually. So if you're missing this finger, he's got to pick on this hand. He's doing this. There's not as much dexterity there.
Wow.
You know, so I imagine he's not the best banjo player, and that's probably why. Like he has a distinct style. Yeah.
Interesting.
So much love to Jerry and his banjo. He definitely. I'm pretty sure I started playing banjo with the intent to get better at my electrical guitar playing and sound more like Jerry. I was like, well, he did banjo, I should do banjo.
Wow. It's so amazing how much influence that band and Jerry had on.
It's embarrassing a little bit.
Like everybody that pretty much comes through here, dude. That's like where they got in the glass, what kind of music they're into, you know, like a lot of people. That's great.
But I went to my first Bluegrass festival and then I really saw the light. So I was playing banjo by myself or with some friends thinking I was hot shit. And then you go to like where real pickers are. And like these guys are working people. They're not professional musicians and they're better than anyone you've ever seen. And the vibe of like real bluegrass music live and like, it's like way different, you know.
What was that? What was your first bluegrass festival?
That was in South Jersey, right near the college there. There's the Delaware Valley Bluegrass Festival. And
okay.
I remember it was just, you don't know any of the bands playing, even though they're pretty popular bluegrass bands, going into it not as a bluegrass guy, as a Grateful Dead convert. Like, you know, a lot of people went from that Grateful Dead shit to like acoustic Americana stuff. And then who knows where you land. You still always love the Grateful Dead, but for me, I'm more into acoustic and bluegrass music now.
Yeah.
But like, I still listen to the Dead because they're awesome, you know. But,
I love bluegrass too. Very soulful.
Yeah, it's truth. You know, it's very authentic. You can't like, there's a lot of bluegrass now. The new bluegrass is popular bluegrass.
Like Billy Strings.
Billy Strings is probably the
best new dude.
He's, well, I love Billy Strings.
Yeah.
But like his style of playing, he's made, I want to word this right because he's done a lot for bluegrass. Like pretty much like all these kids at a Billy Strings show, they don't know anything. Most of them don't know anything about old bluegrass music. And Billy's exposing them to bluegrass. For all they know, Billy wrote all these songs when Billy's playing covers of traditional songs, you know? So it's like, you start like, oh, you still listen to the Grateful Dead songs thinking they wrote them. And then I learned they were old traditional songs. So it's a similar thing happening. So, but the thing is, Billy is very rock and roll oriented, you know, and jam oriented. And the new bluegrass scene is very jam oriented. It started with Yonder Mountain String Band.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Green Sky. You're in Colorado.
But you guys put me on to them when I was down over there. Like Banjo mentioned Yonder Mountain String Band. We started listening to that.
Yeah. So Billy String's the first guy to fill up stadiums, you know, and make, you know, for me, I can't stand a bluegrass concert. I don't like stadium shows. And anyway, the new bluegrass sound, it's actually, I guess, so there's that influence now. So you got a lot of these guys like just shredding and it's amazing, but it's like become shred grass. It's like, how fast can you pick? And like, you know, and like, whereas the bluegrass I'm into, it's more of a character trait thing. Like, it's like my favorite musicians of bluegrass are like, you see their face and the way they talk and you know they've been through real life. Yeah. Jimmy Martin. Like,
I love that too.
It's so real. And like, I like the gruff of it.
Yeah. It doesn't need to be like all produced and filled out. Just like that raw talent and like the raw feeling.
Yeah. You know, like my favorite banjo picker, he was a mailman during the day and played banjo for his job, you know? But anyway, so like, but now what you got is like kids that were brought up playing music, you know, that were like, they went to band camp when they were 6 and like they all played every year. Their parents are musicians and they're going to camp and learning and taking these, you know, they become virtuosic musicians. And like, so bluegrass is not something you need to be a virtuosic musician. Yeah. So to me, it's like, I like a rusty string sound, you know, I like the rough edges, you know, I like a good fuck up here there, you know, but, these kids now are like,
did you say was your favorite bluegrass guy? Who's the mailman? What's his name?
J.D. Crow.
J.D. Crow.
He's on that you got Earl Scruggs, the banjo guy, and J.D. Crow kind of like took his sound and kind of refined it a little bit.
Okay.
But J.D. Crow's the dude if you want to listen to banjo music, it's Earl Scruggs, Don Reno, J.D. Crow, and you go from there. You know?
Cool.
But the banjo is awesome. You know, it's got this raw, loud, people like got to leave the room if they can't handle it. You know, it's a sharp sound, you know.
All right. Thanks for tuning in to the Robertson Stash podcast. Hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you want to support us, please hit the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also, we want to hear from you. So if you have any comments or questions, please feel free to reach out. Hit the website, hit the link. We'll see you next time.